Good morning and welcome to Tuesday morning 9 at 9. And yes, I'm in short sleeves. It is hot. It is hot. It is hot sitting here. It is hot walking over here. It is just hot. It's one of these days where you just want to sit inside in the air conditioning and talk about how hot it is. But I'm glad that you have joined us. I hope these 9 at 9s are kind of helping get your day focused and get you started on a good foot. In our passage, we've been spending the last couple of weeks in one passage of Scripture, 2 Timothy 2, 1 and 2, where Paul says, listen, because of all that's been going on in your life, here's what I want you to do. I want you to commit to teach others. It's an interesting word, that word commit, that word to decide. It's one of the hardest words in our life. It's one we don't do well. We have so many options, so many choices, that it's hard for us to go make a decision at all. What restaurant do you want to go to? I don't know. How many of us as couples have spent an entire night arguing on where we would go eat? And then you get to the restaurant. Well, what do you want? Well, I don't know. You know, I miss the old joints that were in Huntsville when I would grow up. When you walk in, you were going to get barbecue. Why? Because it's a barbecue joint. They don't have anything else. You go into another place, you're going to get hamburgers. Why? Because it's a hamburger joint. It's a pizza joint. That's all they did. They didn't have a big menu. It was cheese, no cheese, to go or here, Coke or Diet Coke. That was it. It was a lot easier when we didn't have to make so many decisions. But Paul says, Timothy, you got to make a decision, and here's the decision. You have to decide that you're going to pour into somebody else's life until they become a disciple. You have to make that choice. Now notice that choice happens before anything else happens. Most of us would all agree that making disciples is a good thing. Most of us would all agree that reading about making disciples is a good thing. What most of us never do is make the decision to do it. The word decide literally means to cut away. I'm going to cut away every other option, and here's what I will do. So this week as we get started, as we're looking again at this very, very strong passage from Paul to Timothy, let me ask you, what decision have you made? Have you decided that you will be a disciple maker, that you will be obedient to Christ? Have you decided who the person is that you will engage with? Have you made a decision? Paul knew, Timothy was knowing, was understanding, that nothing happens till you make the decision. So I tell you what, make the decision. I'll give you about 60 seconds, and I'll see you tomorrow.